Hey, grade 2, so we're going to take a look at this bar graph today. A bar graph is a way to organize and understand the information that we have gathered. So if we take a look here, we have a gumball graph. So I'm going to take a look first and see how many gumballs are in the jar. So I'm going to count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors here. And it's saying how many gumballs do I have? So I'm going to graph this information. Let's start with pink because it's the first column on the bottom here. The bottom shows us how many different colors there are. And then the other side shows us the number. So starting with pink, I see there are 1, 2 pink gumballs. So I'm going to graph that information here. I'm going to fill in 2 boxes pink because there are 2 gumballs in the jar. Next, let's take a look at yellow. Over to my jar, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 gumballs in the jar, so I need to graph that here. 2, 3, and 4. The next color they show is green, so let's count the green gumballs in the jar. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to graph that on the green column. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Oops. Let's try that one again. There we go. My last column here is blue. So how many blue gumballs are in the jar? Well, let's go over and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So I have 7 boxes that I need to fill in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I filled in my bar graph, so I'm done my first part. Now I have some questions to answer, so I need to analyze my results. So the first question says, most of the gumballs are, well, if I go take a look at my bar graph here, I can see pink had 2, yellow had 4, green had 3, blue had 7. So most of the gumballs are blue. So I'm going to enter my answer here. The second question says the total of all my gumballs. All right, so I need to go back and I need to count how many are in the jar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are a total of 16. The other way I could have done that instead of counting in the jar is I could have taken my totals from the bar graph and added those together. So 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 7 would give us 16. The last question says the smallest amount is. So which of the 4 colors had the smallest number of gumballs? Well, if I take a look at my bar graph, the smallest number here is pink. Pink had the smallest amount in the jar. So I will enter that information here. And I'm finished. So I've entered my data into the bar graph and I've analyzed the results by checking which one were the most gumballs in the jar, what was the total, and what was the least.